Welcome back to another edition of Game Day Goons NBA season team previews. I'm your host, Exclusive, and today I'm going to be getting into the San Antonio Spurs. Now, we all know San Antonio got the number one overall pick this year, and the number one pick that everybody was talking about is probably the most talked about player. He's said to probably be the best prospect in all of sports history, and his name is Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama, let's just call him Wemby. Wemby is a 7'5" power forward guard. Call him what you want, but he does almost everything on the floor. He can shoot the ball well. He can play the pick and roll. He can pop on the pick. He can play deep. Like, he's a monster. He's an animal. When they first drafted him, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't on the hype train. But after watching him in the preseason, I was just like, all right, I'm sold. This guy's nice. So they got in him, and I think it's going to do wonders for their franchise, as well as they also got C.D. Osman from Cleveland Cavaliers, and they also drafted C.D. Sisseko in the draft as well this year. Who they lost is Keita Bates-Diop and Lamar Stevens. Now, I feel like the players coming in definitely outweigh the players going out, and you know, they have a win total of 29.5 this year. I honestly think that they're probably going to do better than it, and I'll explain to you why. Now, if you look back at Spurs history, they were 21-61 when they drafted David Robinson first overall. David Robinson instantly made an impact for them, bringing them to the playoffs and having them at a 56-26 record. Now, let's fast forward. They drafted Tim Duncan, which turned that franchise around right away, and they won 56 games again, right? I'm looking at it like, I don't know if Wemby's going to do that, but there's no way that Wemby's not going to impact this franchise being another overall big, number one overall big that they picked up in the draft. I have confidence Wemby's he's gonna be on the floor. You know, like, I thought his frailness was going to be a problem in the NBA, but once I saw him doing all those stretches and weight training and stuff, I was like, oh, he's the real deal. He can sustain a hit or two. So I really do like him for that, and I definitely think because of that, they might hit that 30 to 36 win mark this year if they can stay healthy. Another thing Pop did that I really liked was he moved Jeremy Sochan to the point guard position. Now you got a big point guard, and the roster is just going to look complete in that starting five. So yeah, I definitely think they exceed their 29.5 win total. I know the Wild Wild West is crazy, but like I'm telling you, Victor's the truth. Some of their fantasy relevant players. Now we're going to continue with Victor once again. He has an ADP of 39. But listen to me, people. Listen to me. I know most of you guys have drafted already. He definitely should have been taken no later than the second round. I feel like he's going to have a season that's about 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and he's going to get a whopping 2 to 3 blocks easily a game for you. And he might do it on decent percentages. So Wemby, definitely, I think you should take him in the first 2 rounds. One might be a stretch because you have so much talent in the first round, especially if you're a 12-team league, that you might want to see if you can get him in the second round. But definitely don't let him slip to the third or the fourth rounds. That'd be crazy. Another one of their players that's fantasy relevant, he boasts an ADP of 76.3, and that's Devin Vassell. He was their number one guy last year. He was doing a lot. I think he finished last year with 18.5 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, and 3.6 assists on 1.1 steals a game. Now, that is very solid. If you're looking for a player like that, definitely scoop him up. I think he went in the 6th round, if I'm not mistaken, in a lot of my leagues that I drafted in. So take him as a guy around there. He should produce well, and if he stays healthy this year, he might exceed his 76 ADP. And one more guy I just want to mention real quick is Jeremy Sochan. Like I said, he's getting the starting role. He has an average ADP. He has an ADP of 164.3, and he should crush that. he definitely being the point guard, having the ball in his hands, might be not all the time, but the fact that he's going to be solidified in that position for now, he's definitely going to get a bit more assists. He's definitely going to grab the rebounds that we know he can grab. And he's going to be modest and get you enough points to make it respectable. So if you're looking for somebody who's a steal in the later rounds, I would definitely draw for Jeremy. He's definitely a guy I think that's going to exceed his 164 ADP. Now, for the outlook of the San Antonio Spurs, in June, when they drafted Wemby, like I said, I wasn't a big believer. But after watching him play a couple of preseason games, I think he's going to do a phenomenal job as a professional. I do see them, competing for the play-in when it comes April. Like, I don't think they'll probably be there, but they probably won't be that much games off. By the time we get to April and we look at the standings, we'll probably be like, yo, if the Spurs win this, they could probably make the playoffs and the play-in. And I definitely believe that that's a situation that they might find themselves in. I'm excited for the season. I cannot wait to see this guy Wemby play and, start doing the things that like we've never seen a 7'5" guy do before. You know what I mean? It's going to be real interesting. So hold on to your hats, tighten up your jeans, hold your shirts, tuck in your socks, do whatever you got to do. But I feel like the San Antonio Spurs are going to be a team you're going to want to watch this year because they have probably the most interesting player that we're probably ever going to see play this game. Now, that is the San Antonio Spurs. I'm your boy, Exclusive. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please do all the things. We just want to give you all the information that we have about sports, all our knowledge that we've accumulated over our years of watching sports and just listening and taking notes. So subscribe to us, please. There's going to be more previews for we have previews for every NBA team. And I always like to just shout out our sponsors, Tenement. They do a good job, and without them, we wouldn't be here. So shout out Tenement, Game Day Goons, we out.